Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Wanted to get on here. It's a little bright out. Hold on, let me try to close the blinds a little bit so y'all can see me a little bit better. Whew. Getting prepared for this freeze we're about to have out here in Houston. Um, Inauguration Day. It's Martin Luther King Day. A lot going on. I wanted to jump on here to talk about what's it going to cost to run your land wholesaling business, right? And this can vary just kind of depending on what softwares you want to go with. But I kind of simplified it for you. I believe this is the lowest overhead option for you, and this is kind of why you should be pricing your deals to not only cover your bills for the following month or whatever month, but also to cover your overhead too. And what I mean by that is your business is going to cost money. It's going to cost money to send out direct mail. It's going to cost money to put up bandit signs. It's going to cost money to run Facebook ads. It's going to cost money for your dialer system. It's going to cost money to buy the purchase the list leads that you need, and it's going to cost money for your CRM, right? And like I said, this is the cheapest option in my opinion. So you can go with the Mojo dialer. They have two options. You can pay for the single line dialer, which is $99 a month, or the triple line dialer, which is $149 a month. Okay. I recommend just starting out because my content is kind of geared toward beginners. The single line dialer would be fine. You don't need the triple line starting out. The single line dialer is perfectly fine. And what you need to do is get on PropStream. PropStream has a 7-day free trial, and then it's going to be also $99. So that's $200 a month just for your lead generation system, right? And that means, and that's not counting purchasing the leads. So if it's 12 cents a lead, right? And let's say you're full time into this, you're calling 50 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 250 times four. So that's 1,000 calls you're making a month. All right. So in their 12 cents a lead, that's $120 a month right there. Okay. That's $120 a month plus 99 for the dialer, plus 99 for your prop stream. That's 318 right there. Okay, that's $318 right there. That's just for your lead generation, you calling, keeping your business alive. So when you think about that, so $318. Okay, now you look at, remember that number. Now you look at let's say you say you're running Facebook ads, like so that's your inbound marketing essentially, right? You're outbound. I'm sorry. Now you're inbound, so you're running ads. Let's say you're spending $25 a day. You're running it for five. You're running your ad for 5 days. Okay. Well, shit. Let's just say $25 a day. So $25 every single day. That's $750 a month. So plus the 318, that's $1,068 a month. Now they have options for Podio, the Podio software. I believe the Pro is like 20. Let me go to the pricing. The Pro is $24 a month, and that'll come with like setting up workflows. Like based off of like you can put get Zapier, connect Zapier to your Podio, and then connect it to the workflows, like connect the dialer. So based on like if you call, they answer, they hang up, or they don't answer, it'll put them into your follow up for tomorrow. If they are a lead, whatever, it'll also change it to it'll change them to like send this, what stage are they, you know what I'm saying? So if it's like offer accepted, offer created, at title, not interested, like based on what you click, it'll automatically put that in there. So that's going to be $24 a month. So if you want something like to be able to generate consistent income, you're going to have your systems, your processes in order. Once you close your first deal, that's why I say I will price my deals at probably trying to make no less than $5,000 per. Because right here, I just did the number. I just did the math for everything that I just told you. It's $1,092. So you can really round it up to $1,100. $1,100 is going to that's what it's going to cost to keep the lights on with your business, with your side hustle, right? So if you price your deals at 5,000, you automatically want to take 1,000 out. Just automatically take 1,000. We'll take 1,100 out, right? So if you go ahead, I mean, I don't know what your monthly income, what your monthly expenses are, but you're left with $3,900 checks. So if you're closing one deal a month and you take out what you need for your business, that's an extra $46,800 a year. I mean, that's pretty solid. Like that's pretty for a side hustle to bring in essentially an extra 50 grand. That's a teacher salary. But you have to understand it costs money to make money. So when you're thinking about having like excess income, look at those beer tabs. When you go out to the bars, really take a look at those tabs. When that tab says $65, $70, how many leads could that have been for you? 12 cents a lead. You get 1,000 for 120. So you're at 70 just to go home. I'm here in Texas. Stop at Whataburger, spend fucking 18, $20. So now you really kind of up to $100, and you could have bought the leads for the following month with that one night at the bar. Think about that. In this shit, it's either you're in it or you're not. That's a lot of people I talk to that said I dabbled in wholesaling. There's no dabbling. Either you commit to doing it or you're just like, because at the end of the day, you have to be, I don't want to say motivated, but you have to be determined I'm closing a fucking deal. And the only way to do it is either you're going to put up bandit signs, you're going to send direct mail, you're going to make the cold calls, you're going to follow up, you're going to run the ads. That's the only way that a deal is going to come in. That's the only way. And it's like it's such a repetitive thing that it's like, oh, I got, like it's hard enough. Like I would say, if you're calling, to just go number by number and call. That's a little challenging because it's like, okay, and manually finding it. But if you buy a list and you put a headset on and you just click dial and it's dialing for you, and all you're doing is sitting there ready. Hello? Margaret? Hey, this is Savion. I'm with Miller Land Holdings. How you doing today? Hey, I'm giving you a call about the property you own over on Buddy Holly Avenue. Do you still own that lot? Cool. Okay, well, I just giving you a call to see if we're open to possibly entertaining an offer on that lot. Work with builders, in the area, and I'm always kind of looking to start new projects. And at that point, either they're going to say, I actually am thinking about selling it, or what are you offering? Or they're going to say, no, not right now at this time. And if they do say that, it's like, it ain't the end of the world. It's like, okay, well, hey, look, Margaret, is it okay if I keep your contact information and maybe follow up in the future to see if anything changes? How does that sound? And then boom, that's future follow-up. So that's somebody you would talk to maybe 2 months from now, 3 months from now. You have to follow up with people in the sales business. You have to follow up because anything could change. Anything could change. If somebody was an asshole to you, they didn't tell you, like if they say, I'm not interested in selling, it'll never be for sale, and hang up fast, don't take that as like never call them again. Anything could change. That person may have just had a bad day. Anything is possible. Your job is to follow up. Follow up. You already have what the builders are looking for. Go out and find it. You're a bird dog. You're a bird dog. Like that's really what it is. I mean, it's one of those type of jobs where you just gotta get you a cup of coffee, get you some tea, make some calls for a few hours. You haven't had no luck, get your ass outside, go for a walk, go do some push-ups, go to the gym, go do something. Right? Go do something. Go, I don't know, go watch ESPN First Take. go play the video game, go do something, go eat, whatever, to get you back motivated. That's how you're going to win. Because like I said, everybody, you don't have to turn it into a business where you have to go get an office and you're looking to bring on employees, and you don't have to do that. Because this is the thing. If you do, you have to have a goal in mind. Like I'll tell you my goal. My goal is to build a land acquisitions company, and I want to sell it. I want to sell it to a big home builder. So you have these companies that have land acquisitions inside the business, but I want to sell my company that I'm building. I want to sell it to a big home builder. I want to cash out. I want to cash the fuck out. I want to sell. My goal is to have 5 acquisitions, 5 dispositions, and 3 transaction coordinators. 3 transaction coordinators, all using one system, and I can sell the business to them. That's really what I want to do. I'm not looking to wholesale land forever because it's still a job. I want to sell, take my money, and start developing. I want to start developing larger tracts of land, get contracts with these builders before I start doing the work, the horizontal work on the land, to they're agreed to purchase it at this price. So if I buy 30 acres, 40, 50, whatever, for $2 million, and I replat it and do all the work, and say all in cost is about $2 million, D.R. Horton has already agreed to buy it from me for $7 million. That's kind of what I want to do long term. And I want to invest in multifamily. So you have to know, like, you got to come into it like with a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not hard. Like, you got to plan, like, okay, why am I interested in, first off, why am I interested in a side hustle? Either you don't have a job, or the job that you have ain't really it's not fulfilling what you want to do. Why couldn't you just go back to school to figure out what you want to do first off? Or is it like, I want to keep this job, and I want, I'm interested in real estate. I want to have a side hustle to make more money. That's a good answer. Okay, cool. So then you look at, okay, if you're looking at land wholesaling, you need to understand that it's sales. It's sales. That's all it is. So if you think about it, it's like, well, you can go sell furniture, you can go sell cars, you can go sell solar. Why not do that first? You might just be like, hey, I don't have time to do that shit because I have a job. Okay, cool. Because land wholesaling, like, you got to think about this. When you go to a sales job, they already have the products and services. They're just teaching you how to do it. When you do this shit, you have to go find the products, right? And then you offer the services to your builders. It's still a business, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, my goal is to close 2 deals a month. That's my goal. And you reverse engineer backwards. So you're like, okay, in order for me to close 2 deals a month, I need to be making 50 calls a day. 50 calls a day is going to be 250 a week. 250 calls a week, that's 1,000 a month. Right? And it could be less than. So I'm talking to 250 potential sellers. Like, I'm calling at least. So out of the 250 that you call, let's say half, 125 of them pick up. Out of that, let's say out of the 125, let's say 20 of them are interested in selling. Out of the 20, 10 of them, not even half, let's say out of the 20, 7 of them are like, I like that price. Out of the 7, let's say 2 of them closes, 5 have title issues and shit like that. That's how you have to, like, that's when you have KPIs, key performance indicators. Like, okay, in order for me to hit this goal of 2 deals a month or 5 deals a month or 10 deals a month, this is how many calls that I need to be making. This is how many follow-ups that I need to be making. This is how many offers that I need to send out. This is how many deals that actually I need to close a month to hit my KPI, like to hit these numbers. It's proven. It's proven. Do not throw shit on the wall and hope something sticks. Go ahead and use processes and systems. It'll make your life so much easier, and it'll help you stay motivated to get on the phone. Because some days you're going to be calling, like that's the life of an entrepreneur. It's not always guaranteed. That's why salary jobs are like, it's hard for people to leave something that they believe in their mind, like this is assurance. I know when I go to work Monday through Friday or whatever the fucking schedule is, every 2 weeks, I will get a paycheck, direct deposit to my account Friday. That's people just like security. That's security. There's no security as an entrepreneur. There's no security as an entrepreneur. If it was easy, everybody would fucking do it. Some days you're going to call and get no leads, whether that's brand new calls from new leads or follow-ups. Some months are just going to be tough, because at the end of the day, you still got to get the deal under contract and close on it. Some builders, they're not closing in 4 days. It might take them a week and a half, 2 weeks to close. So it's like you have to be pragmatic about this industry and what you're trying to accomplish. You really need to set markers, like goals. I want to close 2 deals. I want to close 1 deal a month. I want an extra $5,000 a month on top of my job. My job, I make $35,000 a year. I make $40,000 a year. An extra $5,000 will take me from making 40 to 80. I can afford to buy a house. What I would say, when you get your first check, this is going to be very important. Your first check, your first $5,000 deal, get you an LLC, open up a business bank account. Put that money in that business bank account. Put that money in the business bank account. And every time you close a deal, deposit it, build that up. If you don't have good credit, meaning if you don't have a 720 or above, you don't have good credit. If you don't have a 720 or above, you do not have good credit. Work on your credit, your personal credit. The following month, the next deal you close, go ahead and start trying to do business credit. All this is going to help you. It's going to help you scale a little bit more. And when I say scale, you'll be able to go from doing $25 a day ads to maybe you're doing $50 to $75, 5 days a week or whatever. You'll be able to go from using the single line dialer, that's $100 a month, to $149 for the triple line dialer, right? You'll be able to maybe hire an appointment setter from leads. Just go ahead, train them. You'll be able to do that. So not only are you calling, but they're calling as well. This is how you scale your business. And like I said, being practical, not just jumping all in, because it's monthly overhead. I saw some new people just jump in. It's going to cost you about $1,100 a month between your dialer, running your ads, your CRM, and your prop stream. And this is the cheapest way. This is the cheapest way to your overhead for your land wholesaling business or side hustle. This is the cheapest way. But when you think about it, if it costs you $1,100 a month and you're closing 1 deal or 2 deals a month and they're $5,000 each, that's like 12%. If you're doing $10,000 a month, 2 deals, that's only 2 deals a month, and you're doing $10,000 a month, and you're spending $1,100, that's a little over 10%. Now it's like, okay, well, let me put some money back into the business. Just put 20% back into the business and keep 8. And obviously you need to have capital, you need to have a reserve. So it's like you got to really think about it like that. That's why I'm like, create a business bank account. It's gonna help you out so much. It's gonna help you out so much because it's like, all right, obviously you want to pay yourself. You want to pay yourself. So if I make 10 grand, I'll pay myself 3 grand. I'm gonna put 2 grand back into my business. That's 5, right? And then I'm gonna take the remaining 5 and put it in my business bank account. And that's the lifeline. Like that's my business's lifeline right there. And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do the same thing the following month. The same thing the following month. That's what you need. Hold on, says I have an LLC already. How can I connect with you? I'm working on the 5. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm about to give you my email. Shoot me an email, man. If you want to work together, just go ahead and shoot me an email. I'm gonna put my email right here in the chat. Anybody can use it. Just shoot me an email. It's the best way to connect with me. Yeah. So like, I'm telling y'all, when you create your LLC and you have your business bank account, you have all your systems and processes in order. I was like, it's when you have your landing page set up. I would say if you create it and get you a logo, get you a collar shirt, put your shit. I have a heat press machine, right? A screen printing heat press machine right here. I might start wearing my shit on my lives and like my videos, honestly. But like I'm just a regular person. I live here in Houston, Texas. I'm 31 years old. I'm a single father of one. I have a 12-year-old son who lives with me. He'll be 13 this year. Like I work in private lending and I do this. I'm an underwriter as 9 to 5, and I wholesale land. I work remote. Anybody could do it. That's the thing. Anybody could do it. It's just about you have to be realistic about your expectations when you're looking, like when you're finding people online who put this content out and stuff like that, and they're selling you shit like that's for $3,000. I can show you how to do this. The shit, my stuff is $97 one-time payment, and you get every fucking thing you need. You get access to a private group chat because I want my people JV and deals together. I want to JV deals with you. You might be in a market, like we can evaluate markets together. We can find zip codes together, and you're in that zip code. You can make those calls because you know that area, right? So you can, if you're in multiple markets. Hey, you have a buyer for this? Cool. You found it. Let's go 50-50. You found the deal. You got the deal. I can walk you through how to fill it out. I can walk you through everything. You get the deal. Cool. I have the end buyer. We connect that way. That's the, like, it's no learning like doing. I can sit here and give you every single video in order. And a lot of my videos are super in depth. I've went over title commitments. I've went over executed contracts. I've went over executed assignment of contracts, executed JV agreements. I've went over settlement statements that you get from closing. I've went over all that shit, super in depth. How to build your lead list out. I got all the videos, all of them. It's at the end of the day, it's like there's no learning like doing. You have to do it. You have to get on the phone, be told no, be told don't call me again. You have to make offers and they say that's too low. I'm thinking about this. Like you got to go through those, like the growing pains. You got to go through those growing pains. And once you kind of get through them, you're going to get confident about it's just cold. Like me, I'm like, fuck it. 10 o'clock, that's 10:30 typically is when I start cold calling. I don't really cold call super early in the morning. I do 10:30 to about around this time is my initial 10:30 to about 2:30. Then I get back on around 4, from between really around 4 to like 7. It's time blocking. Time blocking is very important. It's very important to time block. And your schedule could be different than mine. You might have only realistically only 2 to maybe 3 hours a day that you can cold call. You may only have 3 days a week you can cold call, but you still could fucking do it. Saturdays might be a little bit more open to you. You got to find the time to do it. Everybody's schedule is going to be different. There's no super secretive way. It's either you're going to go to bed earlier and wake up earlier, or you know what I'm saying, like I don't know. I don't know really what to say. You just got to find the time, because it's like you have to think about, okay, I'm calling these people. They're probably going to be at work. So I don't really start super early in the morning. I found honestly that between 4 and 7, the rate that they pick up, it's like it goes up versus calling them, early morning, mid afternoon. That's something that I learned from calling. So like I always put an emphasis on making sure you're doing dials at least until 7 p.m. at night. And here in Houston, we're about to have a freeze. So like a lot of people are going to be at home. A lot like my son, he's out of school until Thursday. People are going to be off work until Thursday. So this is a perfect time to be calling. From now until Thursday is going to be a perfect time to call, because we're about to have a freeze here. It's supposedly going to snow, whatever. They're sending out warnings all the time. It's just like, so everybody's going to be sitting at home. So what else is there to do? Oh, okay. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity to start. Boom. Now I'm like, well, shit. I'm gonna try to knock out 75 dials a day. 75 dials a day. I followed up with some leads last week. Got a deal under contract. This deal right here. This is a small one. It's going to be a $7,500 assignment fee on this one. It's going to be closing the first week of February. Title should be back. Title should be back on when? Well, shit, dude, we're going to be closed down. So I would say title's probably going to be back on maybe Friday. We opened title on Friday of last week. So title Friday title should be here. Go ahead and get the survey ordered on Friday. We should probably have the survey back by Tuesday, Wednesday the latest, and we'll be able to close either the same day that we get the survey back or the following day. So it should be like the first week of February or like, the last week of January. But that's $7,500 right there. So I mean, it's what you're going to get out what you put into this business. So it's like you have to first identify what markets you want to hit. And the easiest way to do that is to just go ahead and you don't have to have MLS access and all that. Just go on Redfin, Zillow, Realtor.com and look at sold new construction in the areas. And what you could do is you can confirm with a realtor, right? You could let them know like, hey, I'm looking to sell land to builders and stuff like that. I'm just trying to confirm like where the new construction is selling at. This is what I've come up with, these zip codes. Is that what you're seeing as well? Okay, cool. Well, I love to work with you, in the future. Do you work with new construction home builders? Like that's how you kind of foster and start creating relationships, right? So at that point, it's like, okay, these zip codes is where I want to go. Now go ahead and go find the land. Go find the land. And that's really pretty much all you need to do. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here, answer any questions anybody may have. Trying to be more consistent with putting out more content. Try to give at least maybe an hour to 2 hours a week to social media when it comes to promoting content and just trying to help people find multiple streams of income. But I think that land wholesaling, it really can it could change your life because it leads you into so many different avenues. When you're wholesaling land, you can go from wholesaling land to now you're building homes, you're building duplexes. You can literally build, you could go from wholesaling land, making the money to now you have enough money to buy your deal. So when you get a deal under contract that's 80 and you're trying to sell it for 100, you could just buy it for 80 Go ahead and do all your work, get your architectural plans, go out and get you a new construction loan from a private lending company like Kiavi, like Renovo, like Lima One. They'll give you the money to go do your new construction project. You can build your duplex, build your patio homes, build your single family residential home. You can refinance into long term. So now you have your first rental or your third, whatever. Or what you could do is sell it for a profit. You can sell it for, a 5-figure profit. We're talking high 70,000, 80,000, maybe even 6 figures, depending on, what your project cost are, what your ARV is. That's why I love this business. That's why I love this industry. It's gonna take you, if you when you start wholesaling land, you're going to eventually start building. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, you don't have to turn it into a business. You can just have a goal to like, all right, well, I'm gonna save up this amount of money. Like once you have 50 grand and good credit, go out and buy the land and do your own projects. Partner with builders first. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. It's been about 30 minutes. Get back on these phones. If y'all have any questions or anything like that, my email is right here. It's millersay@outlook.com. So it's right there in the chat. If you want to work with me, if you're looking to get into my program, I'm still ironing out a lot of details. So for the people that have signed up, that have paid, I sent out invites to join the private group me. So everything's going to be up and running. I have a lot more free time today since I'm off today for MLK. I'm kind of getting all this stuff situated, but we'll be up and running. I would say by Thursday this week. So if you want to jump in, go ahead, shoot me an email and let's talk. But other than that, let's go close some deals, guys. Later.